Welcome to the Tough Decisions Network. This is our special Saturday edition called Step Up Your Game with Dan. I'm your host, Dan Handford, and I'll be discussing topics to help you make better decisions to increase your productivity, increase your sales, and improve your overall marketing. Visit toughdecisions.net to sign up for our free weekly entrepreneur email. Before we get started, let's hear from one of our sponsors. Have you ever thought about investing in real estate, but find yourself so busy that you don't have time for it? Do you have FOMO, which is the fear of missing out? At HandfordCapital.com, we help investors with passive real estate investments that project better returns than traditional investment vehicles such as the stock market. If you'd like to find out more about our passive real estate investments, visit HandfordCapital.com. That's HANDFORD Capital.com. We will jump on a call with you to discuss your investment goals and to see if our investments are a good fit for you. This advertisement is not to be construed as an offer or recommendation to buy or sell a security. Visit HandfordCapital.com.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about an online marketing strategy for Google, Bing, Facebook, and YouTube. So right now, I'm in Park City, Utah, traveling, and my friend of mine, Dr. Jonathan Walker out of Ocala, Florida, him and I have gotten together for the last probably 4 or 5 years now, 3 or 4 times a year to get together to actually create a mastermind and talk about our businesses. You've heard on other episodes how we talk very highly of masterminds and how important they are. And so I would encourage you to find a like-minded person that is playing on a high level and get them to go and do some of these masterminds with you. It doesn't have to be a lot of people. We were here earlier in the week in Park City, just him and I for 2 or 3 days, just mastermind about our businesses and how we can improve our businesses and ourselves, our family, our life. And the later part of the week, actually yesterday, we did another mastermind, which is a larger mastermind. So it's not the larger masterminds I don't necessarily prefer, but it is nice to have a little bit of a mix in the types of masterminds that you have. And this one is with the Health Experts Alliance Group. And it's for, health practitioners and how to improve themselves as well as add other types of, passive revenue and passive income streams. And it was about 40 or 50 people that were here at one of the members' houses up here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm actually up here in Park City, but amazing experience. Had a lot of fun, met a lot of great people, a lot of great networking. And one of the people that were there, they spoke on Facebook advertising and social media advertising. And so I wanted to focus today on what is called retargeting. And for those of you who are in the online media space, you probably know what retargeting is. And those of you who don't know what it is, I can almost guarantee you have been retargeted. And so what this retargeting is whenever you're scrolling through your Facebook and all of a sudden you see an advertisement for something that maybe you were searching for on Google or on Bing or another search engine, all of a sudden on Facebook, they start to have advertisements pop up in front of you for those particular products and services. Well, those products and services are not just random. Whenever you went to those websites, whether you search for it on, like I said, on Google or Bing or another search engine, they have a pixel, a very small little image on your page called a Facebook pixel. And what it does is it creates an audience that advertiser can now put on their Facebook advertising platform to throw an ad in front of you regarding their particular product or service since you showed interest in their product or service. Now, there are ways to disable this pixel so you don't have that happen or anything like that. I actually like it because I like to see who is out there and who's the major players and who's actually using these kind of strategies. It's kind of freaky at sometimes because you're scrolling through there, not even thinking about it, and all of a sudden you see an advertisement and you didn't even remember that you searched for it on Google and went to a website because you might have only been there for a few seconds, but they will start to retarget you and start to send you advertisements. And I have known about this strategy for quite some time now, but I didn't really know the best way to use it. And so this past week at this mastermind, one of the speakers spoke on some of the strategies that he's using on using this Facebook pixel. Because sometimes Facebook advertising, if you've done any of the Facebook advertising, it can be pretty expensive. And the quality of people that come off of it, because they're not particularly searching for your product or service, is not usually the best. And so one of the things I like about Google pay-per-click, as well as Bing and Yahoo and the various other major players out there, is that these are active customers and active people who are actually trying to find a service to help them with their particular problem. Where whenever you put something on Facebook, they're not necessarily looking for you. You're just kind of throwing an ad in front of them to see if maybe they're interested. And so the results are going to be a lot lower. Well, one of the things that this person suggested is using the Facebook pixel on your website or your landing page. And then instead of just paying for random traffic on Facebook, that yes, you can target to interest and stuff like that. But if you can really put some advertisements in front of some people that have searched for your particular product or service on your website, now you can actually retarget them on Facebook. And instead of having to, spend more money on Google and Bing to continue to reach that customer, because that can be, $5, $10, $15 a click. Now for a penny or a quarter, you can, or 50 cents, you can now retarget them on Facebook. And so I thought that was a very interesting strategy because one of my businesses is the shop anatomical business where we sell a lot of skeletons and skulls and brains and hearts and, various anatomy plastic, models for colleges and universities. And I never really thought it was very effective to, on Facebook, just throw a picture of a random skeleton or skull in front of a physician or a student or anything like that in hopes that they were just looking for that at that time. It just is not very, cost effective that way. And so one of the things we've done with that is we've used that Facebook pixel on our Shop Anatomical website and retargeted people based on the specific products that they were searching for on our website, and then putting it in front of them again on Facebook and kind of retargeting them that way. And it's been very effective. But I never really thought about using that kind of a strategy for, promoting another type of business that, maybe you could do some random Facebook, ads and get some good results. But if you can have people who are actively searching for your particular product or service on one of the search engines, and you've done either organic or pay-per-click advertising, then they go to your website and now you can retarget them. And now when you start to advertise on Facebook, you have a higher quality person that you're really trying to reach with those particular ads. So I thought that was a very interesting strategy. I hope that you can understand the process there and realize that now you can spend money on the higher end money on your Google and your pay-per-click campaigns and then retarget those same people on Facebook. And one extra thing here, instead of just retargeting them on Facebook, you can now retarget them on YouTube. So there's a YouTube pixel that you can also use to retarget them on your YouTube platform. So there's multiple ways to use this strategy, but I hope you sit down and kind of come up with a strategy to maybe use this in the future for your business, and hopefully it'll kind of increase your productivity and increase your sales. I know this was kind of a short episode today, but again, I'm on vacation this week. I have a semi-vacation, up in Park City, enjoying the time here with some friends and networking and doing some high-level masterminding. So hopefully you guys got some great information and great info from this episode. Look forward to talking to you next week on the Step Up Your Game with Dan show. And I do have some very special guests coming up on the Saturday shows pretty soon. So stay tuned to that. Thank you for subscribing, and look forward to having you on a future episode.
Thank you for listening to the Tough Decisions Network. Be sure to visit toughdecisions.net to gain access to show notes for this episode and to join our free weekly entrepreneur email where we will send you news about the latest technology for your business, inspiring quotes, and the latest books for entrepreneurs. That's toughdecisions.net.